Hi team, I hope you're all well. It's Tuesday and it's the start of a new week. I didn't film, well I did film yesterday, but it was a really shit clip, so we're not going to show that. So I am starting today because I wasn't very well yesterday. So here's what's happening. This is what I have left on my TBR, plus I think it's 5 ebooks as well. So I think that's right. Frost Heart, When Life Gives You Mangoes, Addie LaRue, The Castle of Tangled Magic, and A Strange Hymn. Yeah, 5 ebooks. Now what's happened is yesterday, and also I had Skullduggery Pleasant. So okay, let me tell you about what's going on. I also had Wizards of Wands, the 4th one, which was Never and Forever. Now what's happened is I've swapped that out. That was for the Prompt of Fire, and I've swapped it out for Skullduggery's Playing with Fire. The reason being that I'm halfway through already. I was halfway through already Skullduggery Playing with Fire, because I started it like months ago and just never finished it. And I don't physically own Wizards of Wands Never and Forever. It's only just come out, and I really want to physically read the physical book. I really want to read the physical book because it'll have the illustrations in it, whereas the e-arc does not. So I need to wait until I can get my hands on a physical copy of it before I can read it. So I've swapped it for Playing with Fire, and I actually finished that yesterday, which I gave 4 out of 5 stars. It was really good. I really enjoyed it. It was nice to be back with Skullduggery and also with Stephanie. So yeah, Skullduggery Pleasant follows a skull who is a bit like a detective, if you like, and a young girl called Stephanie. It's a middle grade, and she ends up helping Skullduggery out with some stuff, and then she kind of becomes like his sidekick, and it's really good. I really enjoyed it. It's so nice to see my name sort of in a book as well. It's very rare I see the name Stephanie in a book. So yeah, really enjoyed it. So I gave that 4 out of 5 stars, and then last night I finished A Strange Hymn, which I gave 5 out of 5 stars. I absolutely fucking loved it. This is the second in the Bargainer series, with the first one being, what was the name of the first book? Rhapsodic, which I really enjoyed. I think I gave that 4 out of 5 stars, but I really enjoyed A Strange Hymn. So yeah, I read that last night as well. So I finished 2 books yesterday, which is awesome. So now I just have, yeah, so now I've just got Frost Heart, When Life Gives You Mangoes, The Castle of Tangled Magic, which I have a plan for next week with the last 3 days of the month. So I'm not reading those this week. We're going to ignore those this week. So for the rest of the week, I've got Addie LaRue and... is that right? Yeah, so I've got Addie LaRue, The Sundown Motel, The Bear and the Nightingale, and also From Blood and Ash. Is that right? I think that's right. Maths is hard. So last night I decided to, after I finished The Strange Hymn, I decided to pick up The Bear and the Nightingale by Catherine Arden, and I managed to get 37 pages in. Now what I've decided to do with this was a poll pick, and what I've decided to do with it is, I'm not DNFing this by any means. I'm really enjoying it, but I don't want to rush this. I think I need to take my time with this book, and I really don't want to have to rush this towards the end of a readathon and rush my way through. It's the sort of thing that I really just want to take my time with, and you know, just pace myself with it. So for the time being, we're putting this down, and I will pick this up at a later date when I'm feeling less stressed and I've got less books to be putting on. But in order for me to replace that with something else, I decided last night I was doing some reading sprints on the over on Discord, and I asked the group whether or not they would help me pick another book. So my options were between A Secret for a Secret. I just wanted something really light that would be quick for me to get through. So my options were A Secret for a Secret or My Favourite Half Night Stand. So they picked My Favourite Half Night Stand. I think they got where I was going with this. So this week is Buzzwordathon, and the buzzword is night, and the only book I had on my TBR that would fit that was The Bear and the Nightingale. So we're swapping it out with another book that's got the word night in it, so I can still participate in the Buzzwordathon. So we're swapping it out for My Favourite Half Night Stand by Christina Lauren, and I got to page 77 last night of this. I'm really enjoying it so far. That swap's happened. This is a few more pages than I would have liked, and I can't get there's no audio book for it, so I am physically reading it, but that's fine. So I'm reading that, and then I'm also 136 pages into From Blood and Ash, and I'm loving this so far, so I'm really excited about finishing this week. And then I've got The Sundown Motel by Simone St. James, which was picked for me. This was picked by Laura. This was picked for me by Siobhan, so I need to pick this up as well. This is like a thriller, so I need to get to this as well. And then Addie LaRue, which I am still 41% through, and it's the sort of thing that I kind of want to sit down and just spend the day trying to blast my way through it. It's actually the sort of thing that, again, I want to take my time with, like I would with this, but because I've got an e-arc and it comes out on the 6th of October, I want to get to it. I want to finish this before the end of the month, and I don't want to take too much longer over it. So I think I'm going to try and sit down and blast through a decent chunk of that on Thursday when I'm not in work, and we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I am hoping to get through the rest of these books this week, plus Addie LaRue. That makes me feel a lot better, actually, because I thought it was worse than that. Am I missing something? No, nailing it. And she says, holding these books up, this is a fucking chunk. And also, Addie LaRue's 560 pages. I've got like 300 and odd pages left of the book to go. No, I haven't, that's not right. But I've got a good chunk of the book left to go. So, actually 300 pages is probably not far off. So yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, these are my focus. These three and Addie LaRue are my focus this week, which is really, really good because I already finished 2 books this week, which is sick. So yeah, we'll see how this goes, but I've got a lot of editing to do now. I've just spent the morning, I say spent the morning, it's probably about 2 o'clock now, 1:30. The day is getting more and more miserable. I've spent the morning filming, but yes, I'm excited now actually that I know I've only got these 3 and Addie LaRue left to go. Don't know why I'm so excited. I've still got loads of pages left to read. But yeah, my throat's hurting. I think I'm coming down with a cold, which isn't great. But yeah, I'm excited about the fact that actually we're getting closer to the end of the month, and there is a possibility I may complete Bookoplathon. I know I've cheated by swapping some books out, but it was necessary. Right, my SD card's about to clock out on me, so I'm gonna go and edit those videos and I'll check back in with you later. Good morning, team. I hope that you are all well. It's Thursday and it's 10:30. Feeling a little bit slow today, like really lethargic and meh. I wasn't feeling so great yesterday. I went to work, I got home, I read. I was reading till late last night, which probably hasn't helped me, but I had a headache coming on in the day while I was at work, and then it just got progressively worse as the day went on. Put a Cool and Soothe patch on about 10 o'clock, went up to bed, continued reading till about 1, and then went to sleep. So I didn't do too bad though. I definitely made some progress, so I'm feeling good about where I'm at this week. So let me tell you about what I've read. So yesterday I finished My Favourite Half Night Stand by Christina Lauren. I really enjoyed this. I can't remember what I've told you about this, so I'll just give you a brief rundown and then cut it out of anywhere else I might have told you about it. But basically this is following Millie Morris, and she has like 4 platonic male best friends. She doesn't hang about with girls. She's got, other than these 4 male platonic best friends, she doesn't really speak to anyone else. She has got a dad and a sister, but that is like a thing going on in the background with Millie that we sort of get to know about more and more, and it gives us an insight into why Millie is the way she is. So essentially she is a professor at a respected university. She's great at witty backchat but terrible at getting personal. And she's single, as are her 4 male best friends, who all work at the university with her, but they all do different things. And the best friends are Reed, Ed, Alex and Chris, and they all seem really, really lovely. I love each of their personalities. for different reasons, but they're all really, really great. However, they all agree that they're going to go on a dating site, make a pact to go on a dating site for a university function to find dates, because Barack Obama is the speaker and it's like a proper black tie thing and everything, and they want to take dates. So they decide to do this, but Reed bags his Millie as his date so that they don't need to go on the dating sites, and then they sleep together. They're closest out of the best friend sort of pack, they're the closest, and they end up sleeping together. They have a half night stand, and then they make the decision that no, they probably shouldn't go to the date together, that they're okay after the half night stand, they're okay, it'll never happen again, it was just one of them things. And then they won't go to this event together, they will go online and find partners. However, Millie is struggling online, as all women struggle online with online dating. She's just getting dick pics, she's just getting really, really weird questions, she's getting all the weirdos. So she makes a separate profile. And this profile is a bit more like, it's not her actual face that you can see, it's like almost, you know, like a side, like a profile pic, if you like. So you just see the side of her face, you don't actually know it's her, you just see the side of her. And then she seems to be a bit more open on that site, and she ends up matching with Reed on the site, and they end up talking. She's down as Catherine, which Catherine is her middle name, but she starts off thinking, oh, this will be really funny, Reed will well know it's me. And when she sends a message to him, she sort of makes little inside jokes that she thinks Reed's going to pick up on, and he actually doesn't. And this ends up carrying on for a little bit, and some more stuff goes down between her and Reed, and we get to know Millie a bit more. And this just it does get to a point where I sit there and I think Millie's being, what she's doing is wrong on so many different levels. But at the same time, the boys are like, things happen, and I just really enjoyed this. I loved the characters, I thought the characters were great, and I related to this on so many different levels. I related to it with Millie being a single, she's like in her late 20s, she's 29, I'm 30, so related to Millie on that sense. Being single and being that age and being on a dating site is fucking awful. It's like one of the worst things in the world, being on a dating site. I hate it. I'm not on a dating site at the moment, I'm not currently dating. I mean, we're in the middle of a pandemic, so you shouldn't be anyway, but I'm not currently dating, and I've got no interest in doing so now or in the near future. But I related to it on so many different levels. This is the first time she's ever been on a dating site. She feels really, really old being on this dating site because she's got no fucking clue what she's doing. And I just related to it in that sense. I related to it in the sense that she doesn't open up to people. So the four best friends, Chris, Reed, Alex and Ed, have all known her for about 2 years, and they don't really know anything personal about her. They know that she's got a dad, they know that she's got a sister called Ellie, and they know that her mum died when she was younger, but other than that, they know nothing personal about her. So it becomes a big thing about the fact that Millie can open up, and we slowly but surely get to the crux of why she's struggling with this, and I really relate to that on that level as well. Just a lot of different things. I've tagged a couple of things up that I just thought were really, really funny. Call me a quitter, but rather than wade through the penis dense marsh that is my old profile, I decided to start a new one. That's a mood. That's a whole mood when you're on a dating site. And then a quote that I found really, really sort of like profound. I've never thought of it this way before, and it really, really kind of hits home, is, I wonder whether I'm not single because I haven't met the right person yet, but because I'm not the right person yet. And I was like, holy fucking shit, that makes a lot of sense. But yeah, I just found it really, really fun and eye-opening. There's a quote in here that says, ugh, dating sites are like the second circle of hell for women, and it's so true. It's not even funny how true that is. But yeah, I loved this, thought it was fantastic. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. I've actually started using G from Book Roast's core pile rating system. I don't know why. I knew I was going to use it for next year, but I don't know why I thought it was a good idea to decide to import all of my books from this year and see how accurate my ratings are. But I thought that was a good idea. I am, as I go along now, I'm adding my books in as I'm reading them, but I'm also backdating up to the beginning of the year. So I've added all of January's in and I'm partway through February's. It was not a good idea to do that, quite frankly. But I'm excited to see how accurate my rating system is. So far, I think I've hit maybe all of them on the head apart from 2. So pretty good. But I went through and put this on core pile and it gave it 5 stars because, again, I think Josh and Hazel's Guide to Not Dating was 5 stars from me. Twice in a Blue Moon, I rated it 5 stars. When I looked back over my ratings, I rated that 5 stars, but I would probably actually maybe give that a 4. When I put it through core pile, we'll find out, but I'll probably actually give that a 4 instead, because Josh and Hazel and My Half Night Stand are definitely a tier above Twice in a Blue Moon, I think, personally. But yeah, I loved this. That was a really long review for that. My apologies. Really enjoyed it. I am continuing on with From Blood and Ash by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I am now on page 448, so I've just got this chunk left to go. I've got approximately 100 and... I don't know how many pages that is. That's too much for me to calculate. 170 pages maybe. So yeah, really enjoying this. I have a lot of predictions for this. I'm currently talking to Laura, who picked this for me, Bookie Mama Bear on Instagram, and she picked this for me for Bookopoly, and I'm currently talking to her about it because she's read this and Kingdom, I can't remember what the second one's called. I'll show a picture of it here. She's read both of them, and I'm currently messaging her now about my predictions. She's neither confirming nor denying because she doesn't want to spoil it for me, but I'm messaging her about my predictions. This entire book is sexual tension. I'm not kidding. Between the two main characters, Poppy and Hawk, it's just complete and utter sexual tension, and I'm obsessed with it. I have neither confirmed nor denied in my head whether or not this is a vampire book. I'm fairly certain it is. I don't know where this is going. I think there's going to be an uprising, but I'm not sure. I was going to tell you some more then, but they will be spoilers. But I'm really enjoying this so far. It's really good. I'm not going to give you a rundown because, in all honesty, I don't think I could try and synopsize that synopsis myself. I would really struggle with it. I struggle with it on my best days anyway, but I think I would struggle with it. When I get to the end, it might come together and become a bit more clear in my head. I know exactly what's going on, but I couldn't synopsize for it. I couldn't do a synopsis for it. And then last night I started, mistakenly, The Sundown Motel by Simone St. James. Now, when I picked this up, I thought this was a thriller. And I was like, cool, this sounds really, really good. A woman went missing in 1982 and she's never been seen since. From the Sundown Motel, she used to work there, she's never been seen since. And then in 2017, her niece decides that she's going to go back to Sundown Motel and investigate what's happened to her aunt. Cool, sounds awesome. So here for that. What didn't realise was that even on the front fucking cover, it says deliciously creepy chilling by Riley Seiger. On the back, Riley Seiger's review is expanded, deliciously creepy, chilling blend of mystery and ghost story that will thrill the fans of both. What? How did I not know this is a thing? How have I not read the back of this fucking book? Because another one says, Simone St. James takes danger and fear to a new level with the Sundown Motel, a place so choked full of secrets, the rooms all but tremble at their door hinges. Spooky, unsettling and brilliantly written. Not gonna lie, that's true, but still. The Sundown Motel is mesmerising from the first page. Also true. A breathlessly suspenseful supernatural mystery that will hook you early and never let go. I had no fucking idea this was supernatural. Didn't know it was ghosts. Did not know that this was going to creep me out at midnight. What was I thinking? I got 59 pages. Did I get 59 pages? Yeah, I did. I got 59 pages into this last night, and I'm listening to the audio at the same time, which is really good, by the way, because the two characters, Viv and Carly, Viv's the aunt that went missing, Carly's the niece that's looking for, well, not looking for her, but trying to find out what happened, have 2 different narrators, which is fantastic. I really like that the characters are identified very well, even though each chapter is Viv or Carly. So I really enjoy that. The audiobook's very, very good. It's very creepy. It brings the story to life. The narrators are awesome. Within 40 pages, was really creeped out, and I was like, I'm gonna have to stop reading this. So I got another couple chapters in and then stopped. So the chapters are short, which is great as well. This is definitely a read during the daytime book for me. For everybody else, it's probably a read during the nighttime book. But this is a read during the daytime book for me. I think this is going to be amazing. I'm really excited about it. This could go a million different ways, but I'm really looking forward to it. There is definitely a ghostly element to this. This is not one of those where it will convince you that there is a ghostly element and then it's something really, really simple. It's not one of those. There is a ghostly element to it, and I'm here for it, but not at midnight unexpectedly. I was not expecting that. It shit me up, something rotten. So then I had to spend an hour. I actually didn't. I lied when I said to you I went to sleep at like 1 o'clock. I lied. It was like 2:30. I had to spend like an hour and a half on my phone scrolling through reels on Instagram because I needed to forget, not specifically what I've read about this, but I needed to forget that this was on my mind before I went to sleep. I am a scaredy cat, okay? So what? I don't read horror. This isn't a horror. I think it's down as a thriller, but obviously it's like a paranormal / supernatural thriller. So I didn't know that at the time going in. I mean, the front cover and the back would give that away easily. However, the synopsis does not do so. So yeah, I am looking forward to continuing on with this. Got really high hopes. But this has been a really long update, so I'm gonna go now and I will check back in with you when I've got something to update you on, and I'll see you in a little bit.
I don't wanna let you down. It's the only thing I think about every morning. You know my life ain't figured out, but I promise if you stick around it'll never get boring. We'll spend nights, cheap red wine, look at flats even though we can't afford them. I don't wanna let you down, I don't wanna lose you now. Will you stay even when you wanna walk away? When times get bad, we can learn to love what we have. I don't wanna let you down. You're the only one I want there at the end of my story. It's the only thing I figured out, 'cause everything else in my life without you would be boring. And we'll spend nights, cheap red wine, look at flats even though we can't afford them. I don't wanna let you down, I don't wanna lose you now. I don't wanna let you down.
Relatively early on Saturday. I know it's been a couple of days since I've checked in with you. It is 57 minutes past 8 on Saturday. I actually have a tweet from Waterstones in Wigan. Yes, cool beans. So the reason why I'm up so early is I really want to go into town. So for me, town is Wigan town centre, and I really want to go in. I haven't been into Wigan since probably sometime last year, and it was probably like around this time last year. It's probably been a year since I've been into Wigan town centre. So I haven't been in for a while, and I really want to go to Waterstones. Even if I don't get anything, I just want to walk around. I just need to be in a bookshop. I don't know if that sounds ridiculous or not. I feel like you guys will get it more than anyone, but I just need to be in a bookshop. So we're going to go into Wigan for a little bit. I want to go to Pound Stretch and see if I can get some Halloween decorations as well. I mean, if I can get Christmas ones, that's nearly what I said. If I can get Christmas ones, winner. That's a bonus. But I really want to get some Halloween decorations, I think. So that's what we're going to do. That's why we're up so early, because I don't want to have to deal with people as well. So I'm going to be setting off in a second. I tweeted about this last night on Twitter, which is why in Waterstones in Wigan have just tweeted me back to let me know that they are open from 9 o'clock, because I have been in before. I think it was on a Sunday though, and I thought it was open at 9 and it wasn't. It opened at 10, which makes sense because trading standards, you can't actually buy anything until I think it's about 10:30. It used to be 10:30. It might have changed to 11 when I used to work in retail. It used to be 10:30. Anyway, you guys don't care about that, so I wanted to just give you a quick reading update before I set off and give you some b-roll of the bookshop. So let's give you a reading update. Last night I finished From Blood and Ash by Jennifer L. Armentrout. This book, I can't explain to you too much about what happens in this book because I will spoil it, but this is fantastic. This is following Poppy, who is a maiden, and the idea is that she is essentially given to the gods and she will ascend, and either it will work or it won't, and something will happen. She has a guard called Victor, who's a little bit like her dad, and in the background is training her. She shouldn't be training, but he's training her so that she can defend herself if she ever needs to. There is also some goings on with there's a queen, there's some goings on with is she called a duchess? I can't remember, empress maybe, an empress I think. There is a duchess and a duke as well. The duke's a dick. There's a lord that's a dick. There is a load of characters in here and I really enjoyed it. And then there is a bodyguard that she ends up having called Hawk, who ends up being the love interest, who I really love. And honestly, for the most part in here, I did not know who or what the bad guys were and in what form of bad creature they came in. So, and I'm not going to tell you the solution either, because it was only about, I was probably over 500 pages in when I figured it out, and I messaged Laura, Bookie Mama Bear, on Instagram, who picked this for me, and I got the recommendation actually from Annie, who then gave the recommendation to Laura, who I then got the recommendation from both Annie and Laura, and I was so hyped to pick this up. I went into it thinking it was a vampire story. Well, I bought it thinking it was a vampire story, went into it thinking that it wasn't anymore a vampire story because no vampires mentioned on the back of this book, and then the whole thing changed as I got into the book. So I had to confirm my findings with Laura to make sure that I got it right, because there are a different number of types of I don't know, breeds of supernatural beings in this book, if that makes any sense. But I don't want to tell you because that will spoil it. I think I really like how the reveal of how it all comes together, and with the different types of supernatural beings in the books. I really like the reveal. It sort of comes out in one chapter with a story from one of the characters, and I really enjoy how it came about. And I was like, I was reading through it, I'd sort of pieced some of them together wrong, and then messaged Laura about it, and she was like, I'm telling you nothing. And then the story came out, and then I pieced it all together, and I messaged her again, and I was like, is this right? Just can you confirm whether or not I've got this right, because it's driving me mad. And she was like, yeah, you've got it right, that's absolutely right. And I was like, thank fuck for that, because it took me a while to get there, but honestly it was worth the wait. This entire book is sexual tension between Poppy and Hawk, and I am living for it from the first chapter, literally from the first chapter. Sexual tension all the way through the book, and I was living for it. I gave this 4.5 stars. It was fantastic, and I cannot wait for the next one to come. I've already ordered it. I ordered it yesterday morning, but I need it to come now because I need to carry on with the series. It's not on my TBR for October, but I really need to carry on. I need to add it because I need to carry on with this series immediately. The problem is I know the next one's not coming out till next year, so here's hoping Jennifer puts a pushty on that one, because she actually pushed the second one out really quick, a lot faster because of the hype that came from this. So yeah, I read this 4.5 stars. It was fantastic. I absolutely loved it. And then I am also reading this weekend. So for the rest of the weekend then, we have some spooky vibes going on with the books that I'm reading, which are The Sundown Motel, which is by Simone St. James, which is like a ghost story thriller, and I'm really excited about it. And I also I picked up The Year of the Witch in early hours of this morning while the dice sprints were still going on, and I'm buddy reading this with Pris this weekend, and I'm really excited. This is by Alexis Henderson, and I managed to make a decent dent in this actually yesterday. I don't know why, but this bookmark keeps attaching itself. Oh, it's sticky, that's why. I managed to make a decent dent in this yesterday and early hours of this morning, sorry, and I'm really, really happy about it. So I managed to get to page 108, chapter 12, so I'm here. I'm like a third through the book, bang on a third through the book. So I'm really excited to hopefully get through and finish this one. I'm enjoying it so far. So that's my plan, to finish both of those this weekend. So yeah, I'm gonna go and get myself into town now before it gets too busy. I don't want to be walking around with loads of people in town. Obviously, I'm gonna take my mask and my hand sanitizer so I can sanitize my hands when I get back in the car. But yeah, let's go. I'm gonna take you with me. The footage might not be as good quality. I'm just gonna take my phone. I'm still not confident enough to film in front of people, so yeah. But let's go.
Tell me that it's my fault that it's over. Wish I played it different, I didn't know. All the times that you called me to be closer. Wish I paid attention, I should have known. You're probably with your friends, dancing on tabletops. Hands in his hair already, saying that you forgot about me. I just don't wanna know who you give your loving to. You'll end up leaving here with someone. I just don't wanna know you be drinking way past 2.
Hi team, I'm back. It's 11:25 and I've got a lot to show you actually, because I've got a couple parcels that have come through as well. So yeah, it wasn't too bad in Wigan actually. People seemed to be sticking to the rules, and there was like a one-way system in and out of the shopping centre. And yeah, Waterstones was awesome. I got a couple of things from Pound Stretcher for Halloween, and actually a couple of things for Christmas as well. I don't know what's going on, but it's almost like, because the kids can't go out trick-or-treating, the country's just gone, well fuck it then, let's not do Halloween decorations, we'll just jump straight into Christmas. So I'm really struggling to get Halloween decorations. I really want to just get a load of pumpkins. So I managed to get this black and orange pumpkin that says Queen of Halloween, which is really, really cute, so I can put that on my bookshelves. And then I managed to get this thing, and apparently it lights up. I haven't tried it yet, probably should have tried it in the shop to make sure it works, so I've just pulled the thing out. Let's see what happens. Oh, it's so cute. Oh yay. Okay, so I can put that on my shelves as well. So there are all the Halloween decorations that I got, because they didn't have anything else. That's literally it, that's all they had. And then I got a couple of these little parcel things for Christmas that will go on my shelves, that again will light up. I'm not pulling the tabs out of these just yet because I want to wait until Christmas. I want to make sure the batteries last. So yeah, they're cute as well for Christmas. And then books. So I nipped into a charity shop on my way back from town, and I picked up Caliban's War, I think that's how you say that, by James S.A. Corey. I believe that this is the second in the Expanse series, the first being Leviathan Wigs, which I haven't read yet, but I really, really want to, and I think I'm gonna love it. These are chunky books, but I really, really want to read the series. I don't know how many there are, and I feel like I might regret this, but it was £1 and I couldn't not buy it. So actually, I think there's 7 in the series, if I'm correct in thinking that. So I picked it up because why the fuck not? So I got it from the charity shop, £1. Can't argue with that. And then from Waterstones, I'm so excited. She said I've got like £10 on my card now as well, which is cool. I don't know how she knows that, or where it tells her that. You have one completed stamp card. Oh. Which I think it means, does that mean I have £10 to spend in store? I don't know how these things work. Tell me, Gavin, tell me. So I bought 3 books and almost went back and bought some more, but I was so excited. So I walked in and straight away saw Wizards of Once, Never and Forever by Cressida Cowell. This is the 4th in the Wizards of Once series, and I've been meaning to get this one since it came out, actually, in September. So really excited to have my hands on this. This is the Waterstones edition, so it's got blue sprayed edges and it is a signed edition, which is awesome. Haven't looked under the dust jacket yet because then I got distracted. Oh, it's pretty. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, love it. Okay. I wouldn't normally buy books from Waterstones. I just like to walk around and have a look. So normally I would just get this from like the supermarket because it might be like 8 or 9 quid. So I paid £12.99 for it, but it is a signed edition and it's got sprayed edges. I don't know if the normal one has sprayed edges, but while I was in there, I was like, do you know what, I'm going to treat myself, and I'm really excited to read this one anyway. So I do have an e-arc for this, but the e-arc doesn't have any of the illustrations, and normally I listen to these on audio because David Tennant audio narrates them. I think I've said this in every single video for like the last probably 10 videos because I just love this series, but the audiobook isn't coming out till next year. So I was like, well, I can't not have the audiobook and not have the illustrations and just read the story. I at least need the illustrations. So I decided to put the book down for the time being and make sure the ebook, and make sure I got a physical copy of it when it came out, and then I could read it with the illustrations because that really helps me. And then I noticed that they had The Castle of Tangled Magic by Sophie Anderson. I'm so happy to have this in my hand. Really excited. This comes out on the 1st of October and I cannot wait. Sophie Anderson wrote The Girl Who Speaks Bear and also The House with Chicken Legs, which are both fantastic middle grades, and I highly recommend picking those up. So I'm so excited for this one. So yes to Waterstones putting these out early. And then the book that I mainly went in for to look for was not out on the shelves, and I was gutted, and I was about to go over and ask, and while I was mooching about and having a quick look at the YA section, which is behind the children's section, like the middle grade section, one of the girls that works in the shop came over and she had a stack of them in her hand, and I squealed, like in the middle of the shop. I actually squealed at her and I was like, oh my god, and stamped my feet, and I was like, I've come in for that book. And she was like she was laughing her head off at me. She thought it was really funny, so she passed me one of the books, and the book in question is Frostheart Escape from Aurora, which is the 2nd in the Frostheart series by Jamie Littler. And I'm so excited I have this. I have the Waterstones one, which will be matching with the first one. The first one was blue with blue sprayed edges with the design on the edges. So yeah, I'm just so excited to have this in my hands. Again, doesn't come out until the 1st of October, but I'm really, really excited about it. And it's got one of these flappy things as well. My battery's dying. So excited to have, look at that end page. So excited to have a copy of this. Oh, it's beautiful. So yeah, nice little haul there from Waterstones. Sorry, I changed the battery out. So let's get into the post now. So excited about this. I know exactly who this is from. This is from Break Even Books, Eric from Break Even Books. I'll leave a link to his channel down below. Go and check him out. He's so cool and he's so lovely. And he has done some bookmarks. He's commissioned some bookmarks and they're so cute, so I wanted to buy one and support him. So he's just sent me a little note as well to say thank you for buying a bookmark and for my continued support of his channel. And if I ever go to the UK, we need to get a beer together. Absolutely, Eric, I am so down for that. Let's do that. That would be so cool. So on one side of this it says until next time, because that's what Eric says at the end of his videos. It's so cute. And then on the front there is a illustration of Eric with some of his books, and then keep on reading and his channel name and also who the illustration is by as well. So yeah, I am obsessed with this. This is so cute. Thank you so much, Eric, A, for commissioning these, and B, for making them available to buy. So yeah, really excited to have one of these. Thanks, Eric. And then this, I don't know what's in it. Let's find out. I think this is going to be one of those really messy It's from Little Tiger Group. I don't know what's inside it. I don't know if I'm expecting anything. I feel like this is going to be one of those really, oh, here we go. That makes more sense. Oh yeah, okay, I know what this is. So I am on a book tour for this, which is being hosted by Pride Book Tours, and I've been really anticipating this. I was actually going on to my brother about it yesterday at work, and yeah, I've been really anticipating this book coming through because I'm so excited about reading it. It sounds amazing. This is a great pack. The publishers are Little Tiger Group, which is why I didn't recognise the publisher name, because I'm doing this through Pride Book Tours. So I am on the Instagram tour for this, and the book in question is Wranglestone by Darren Charlton, and this sounds amazing. This sounds like a dystopian type book, and I'm really here for it. On the front it says, winter is not the only unwanted visitor. The islands of Lake Wranglestone are a safe haven in a world filled with the restless dead, but as the lake freezes over, there's nothing stopping them from crossing the ice. Peter has never really felt at home in a place where practicality and grit are valued above all else. He's nothing like Cooper, the boy he's always watched from afar, but when he's ordered to join Cooper out on the mainland, they find more than just each other. They unearth a dark secret about Wranglestone's past, one that forces the pair to question everything they know. So this is following Peter and Cooper. I'm assuming it's queer in the sense that they find each other, and also it's hosted by Pride Book Tours. We got a little Proud bookmark as well. I have a couple of these now, so that's very exciting. And basically they live in a town. Wranglestone is a place where throughout the year the lake around Wranglestone keeps the dead away. And then when winter comes though, the ice freezes and nothing stops the dead from coming across the ice other than the people that get involved with trying to prevent them from coming across. And Peter and Cooper, I assume, end up going out on the ice to try and prevent that, but it sounds like they uncover some secrets about Wranglestone as well as finding each other. It sounds adorable, but also very mysterious, and I am here for it. I am living for this. I'm very excited to pick this up. Thank you so much to Little Tiger Group and also for Pride Book Tours for getting me involved in this one. Really looking forward to it. Oh, this is a debut as well. It's YA fiction, and it's creepy and chilling. This would be perfect for this weekend. It's a shame I'm not going to be able to fit this on my weekend TBR, this weekend's TBR. And it came out on the 6th of February 2020, so go check it out. Have a butcher's. I also got a postcard to go with this, as well as the bookmark and a poster, which is cool. So chilling YA horror meets gay first love with a twist to die for. Doesn't it just sound amazing? I am so here for this. So my post for this will be going up, if you want to know my thoughts on this, will be going up, when am I booked in for this? I think 23rd of October. So make sure you have a butcher's on my Instagram for my thoughts on this book if you're interested in finding out more and what I thought of it before you pick it up. That's when I'll be doing my review. So thanks to Little Tiger and Pride Book Tours again for sending me this. What a day for books, hey? Your girl is happy. A happy chappy. Yay. These today, and then plus these two for the rest of the week as well. I actually saw a kind of spark in Waterstones as well. I was like, oh yay, bless her. Okay, I'm gonna go get some food and start reading. I think find out as well what time qualifying's on. So I will check back in with you later. Hello, it's later on. I've watched the qualifying, but parcel's just arrived. I think this one is from Bobby. She sent me a message this afternoon to say that it's coming today, not tomorrow. So this is from Bobby. It's very heavy. She's told me about one of the books that's going to be in here on the basis that I showed her a picture of what I bought today. And from one of the books, it's literally like the biggest coincidence to happen in my life in a long time. But one of the books that Bobby has bought me is the first in a series of books that I've just bought the second one for today, if that makes sense. I'll show you what I mean in a second, but yeah. So let's, oh my lord. This is too much. Bobby, I've got other little things like on my wish list, like biscuits and sweets and stuff, and I assumed that she might have bought, she said she bought 6 things, and I assumed she meant like a book or 2 and then some like little snacky stuff. I don't think that's the case. But this is too much, Bobby. Oh. Okay, let's no. What did she do? This is too, Bobby, this is too much. Oh. Right, okay. I'm gonna, okay, this one, she's sent me a note saying, bring tissues when you read this one, from Bobby. And she sent me The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. I want to read this so badly. I've never been interested in reading this book, but I can't remember whose channel I've seen it on recently, or who it is recently that's really recommended to me that I should pick this one up, and that I would really enjoy it. I cannot remember who it was that recommended this to me massively very recently. If it was you, please drop me a comment down below so I know who it was, because I then added it to my wish list because I didn't think that it would be up my street, but I think it will be. So yeah, she's got me The Nightingale, which I believe is surrounding World War II. Captures the epic panorama of World War II and illuminates an intimate part of history seldom seen, the Women's War. It's following 2 sisters separated by years and experience, by ideals, passions and circumstances, each embarking on her own dangerous path towards survival, love and freedom in war-torn France. I've heard such good things. I can't believe she's got me this many books. This is crazy. Okay, so then the next one that she's got me, I want to do this in some semblance of order. Oh my God. So then she got me one, the note says a happy 1K from Bobby, and the book that she's got me that one for is Imagine Me by Tahira Mafi. I am loving this series so far. I'm currently up to, I need to read the 3rd book, which I can't remember the name of, Ignite Me. So I need to read Ignite Me, and then the 3.5 novella, then Restore Me, then the 4.5 novella, and then Imagine Me's book 5, I think. And then she said to complete the series from Bobby, obviously these are all from Bobby, I don't know why I keep saying that, she also got me Defy Me. So I've got both of these now to complete the series, which is amazing because I've been wanting to complete the series for so long. So yeah, I can't wait to be able to smash my way through this now, have the whole set, which is amazing. And then, oh my God, it's beautiful. And then this one says, oh, that's for a different book. This one says, because oh no, that's for a different book as well. There's too many notes. This one says, absolutely loved this, haven't continued into the series yet, but I have book 2. And then this is where the most coincidental thing of my entire, well, not my entire life, but probably in a long time has happened. She got me Leviathan Wakes by James S.A. Corey. Now, my previous clip to this, I just hauled from the charity shop Caliban's War, which I think I told you in that clip. I don't own Leviathan Wakes yet, but I know I want to read it and it's on my wish list. And when I sent Bobby a picture of what I've hauled today, she then told me that one of the books that she sent me is Leviathan Wakes. And it was just, it's a completely and utterly coincidental thing that I've bought this in the charity shop today, on the basis that I know I want to read the series and I think I'm going to enjoy it, and it was £1. So if I don't like the first one, I can just unhaul it. It's no bother, but it's a lot cheaper obviously than buying it from like brand new. So while it was in the charity shop, I decided to pick it up. So now I have books 1 and 2. So I told Bobby that I'll get to Leviathan Wakes as soon as possible, and then we can buddy read book 2 because she's not picked it up yet, and we might as well pick it up. So yeah, I'm so excited for this one. And then she got me This one, the note for this one is just because I've been wanting to read this for a while now, because I know a lot of people have been recommending this recently, and it's The Deep by Rivers Solomon. I believe this is like a mermaid. Is it mermaids? I'm not sure, but it's very short and I have heard really, really good things. So Yetu holds the memories for her people, water-dwelling descendants of pregnant African slave women thrown overboard by slave owners who live idyllic lives in the deep. I think so. Yeah, I'm looking forward to reading this one. I've heard amazing things. The cover's gorgeous as well. And then finally, I can't believe she's just bought me this one, but I've been wanting to get this one for a while as well, since I read She's Put Because I Know You Loved the Wicker King. So I think you can probably guess what book this is. Oh, it's gorgeous. So she's got me The Weight of the Stars by Kate Ancrum, and The Wicker King is my favourite book of the year so far. I've read it this month, in the month of September, and it was one of my first reads of September, I think, and it's my favourite book of the year. So since then I've added, I think The Weight of the Stars was already on my wish list, but it was the paperback version, and then I really wanted the hardback to match my hardback Wicker King version. So yeah, she's got me The Weight of the Stars as well. And similarly with The Wicker King, this has got some what is this called, art on the edges. The edges are sprayed. Oh, it goes into the oh nice, okay, it goes into the pages as well as you open the book up. Nice. This one, I don't know a great deal about it, but 10 million light years from now, bathed in the radiation of a time without time, are bones of a girl who loved Ryan Bird. That tells me sweet nothing. I know that Kayla has read this one this year, I think, and she's really, really enjoyed it. So I'm really looking forward to getting to this one. The cover's gorgeous. I'm obsessed with it. And it's just, oh, that's pretty underneath. It's blue. It looks silver on camera, but it's blue. This is too much, Bobby. My heart is so full. Bless this girl. I'm going to leave a link to Bobby's channel down below. Please do go and check her out. She's absolutely amazing. And I just love her so much. She's so, so amazing. I wish that we lived in the same country so we could hang out, because she's just the coolest and I think we would have an awesome time. But yeah, this is what Bobby has sent me today. This is way too much. Bobby, thank you so, so much. You never ever have to send me anything, but like, this is too much. Thank you so much. I appreciate you so much and I love you a lot. Thank you, thank you. I'm going to send you a quick message now. I cannot believe. Oh, bless you. Thank you so much. My heart feels very, very full. Right, I'm going to go and carry on reading before I start crying on camera, because that would be a lot, wouldn't it? So I'm going to go and read and send her a quick message. Thank you so much, Bobby. I really, really love you a lot. So I'll see you in a bit. Monday and it's currently 9:24. I'm up early because me and my sister-in-law are going to go to Cheshire Oaks and go shopping. So I just wanted to wrap up last week's vlog very quickly and let you know what I've read and things like that. So I managed to finish 5 books this week, which is cool. Not as many as last week, but to be fair, there's a chunker in there. So let's tell you about what I've read. So the first thing I finished was, I'm just looking at my phone, was Skullduggery Playing with Fire, which I gave 4 stars in the end. This was really good. Skullduggery, the first one, follows a young girl called Stephanie who ends up coming across, her grandfather dies, I think it's her grandfather, and he ends up leaving her pretty much everything. Like, he leaves his house, which is like a massive house, and he leaves her some other stuff as well, and then the rest of his estate, if you like, gets split between the rest of the family. The rest of the family are fuming. They all thought they were going to get the house. It's like one of these big family things. And anyway, Stephanie's wandering around one night. She's a young girl, she's like 12 years old, this is in middle grade. She's wandering around the house one day and she finds something. I can't remember what it is now, but she comes across this guy called Skullduggery, who is literally just like a skeleton, essentially, but he dresses up, he's like an investigator and things like that, and they end up going on a mission to try and figure something out that's got something to do with the granddad, and then she ends up becoming his sidekick. And really good, and this second one just continued on from that with another story for them to get involved in. I was already halfway through this. This was a swap for something else. This was a swap for Wizards of Once, Never and Forever. The prompt was fire on the cover, so this had the word fire in it, and it also had fire on the cover behind Skullduggery. I'll obviously show you a picture of the cover. The next thing that I read was A Strange Hymn by Laura Thalassa. This is the second in the Bargainers series. I really enjoyed this. The Bargainers series is following a girl called Callie. I call her a girl, she's an adult. We do sort of flash back to when she was a young girl and how the whole thing started, when she made a bargain after something happened and she needed it covering up. It was a massive something and she needed it covering up, and she made a bargain with this guy called the Bargainer, who ended up making the bargain for free because she was so young and he could see the situation that she was in. He managed to get her into like a special school because she is a siren. He managed to get her in this special school where magical people will go and things, and then a few days later she wanted some company. She wasn't making friends like she thought she would. She wanted some company and she called him back and made a bargain for him to hang out with her, and she ended up, over the years, ended up with this like bracelet full of beads all up her arm. There was like 330 odd beads or 360 odd beads or something. All of these accounts for a favour that she owes the Bargainer. So then we jump forward in time 7 years later when Callie is an adult. She was 16 years old when we were in the like past, and now she's an adult, and so she's 23 I think, and the Bargainer comes back in her life needing claiming that he needs some assistance and she owes him favours. So she's pissed because she was in love with the Bargainer and he just disappeared for 7 years. So she's pissed, and we're trying to get to the bottom of the reasons why he disappeared for 7 years and what exactly is going on. It's really good. I love this relationship. I love Callie's best friend, Temper. She's just, you know what I really, really love in books that I found is I really, really, really fucking love a sassy side character, you know, that brings out the sassiness in our main character. Like, our main character can be completely normal human being, or well, just a completely normal person, and you know, not have like a scatty side or whatever, but that sassy side character, I just fucking love it when they bring out the sassiness in our main character, or they are like, you know, the devil on our main character's shoulder. I just love that. I love a sassy side character. I love a sassy main character, like Josh and Hazel's Guide to Not Dating. Hazel is fucking chaotic like you wouldn't believe, and I love that. But I love it when our side character is chaotic and they bring out the chaos in our main character. I just love when that happens, and that's what's going on here with Temper. She's hilarious. Every other word is a swear word, and I just fucking love her. I just think she's amazing. So really enjoyed that. I gave the Bargainer 5. No, I didn't give the Bargainer 5 stars. I gave A Strange Hymn 5 stars. I liked this one better than the first, just a smidge. I thought it was really, really good. Then I read My Favourite Half Night Stand. I can't find the book, it's probably upstairs somewhere and I can't really go and hunted it down. I read My Favourite Half Night Stand by Christina Lauren. I gave this one 5 stars. It was fantastic. Then I read From Blood and Ash by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I gave this 4.5 stars. I thought it was really, really good. I really enjoyed this. Adult paranormal fantasy with romance. Do check it out, it's very, very good. I gave it 4.5 stars. Then I read Secret for a Secret by Helen Hunting. This is the third in the, I think it's called the A Favour series, I'm not sure. But I really enjoyed this one. This is following another one of the guys off the NHL team that the first book, A Lie for a Lie, follows. And these can be read independently, completely independently, but the other characters from the other books, A Lie for a Lie and A Favour for a Favour, do cross over. So I do recommend reading them in order, but it's not necessary. And this is following Ryan Kingston and also a girl called Queenie. And I just really enjoyed this one. I gave this 4 or 4.5 stars, can't remember. I'll make a note of it here. And I really enjoyed it, so yeah, it was great. Highly recommend picking this series up. Then I read, oh, and this was a swap out actually as well for, what did I swap this out for? Oh, I can't remember. If you want to know, watch my wrap up at the end of the month, because I can't remember. Then I read The Year of the Witching by Alexis Henderson. This is not on my Bookoplathon TBR. I was buddy reading it with Pris. I gave this 4 out of 5 stars. It was really, really good. And this is following a young girl called Emmanuelle whose mother died at childbirth, but there seemed to be a witchy element going on in there when that happened. And then when Emmanuelle is sort of coming of age and the girls around her are all getting their period, she hasn't gotten hers. Her best friend gets a period, ends up being the prophet's new wife. The prophet takes many, many wives and he's getting very old. And then something happens in which Emmanuelle is sort of called into the water in the dark wood, and she inadvertently causes a plague. And she doesn't know how it happened, and it's the story of her trying to figure out what's going on and why that has happened and why her and all of this lot. And it's very, very good. Lots of religion talk in here because obviously it's to do with the church and things like that as well. And yeah, I had low expectations going into this, which is albeit the writing is very, very good, and I enjoyed the story. The intrigue in there was good. I do feel like there could have been more information from us about her parents and one of the other characters whose names I'm not going to mention, but if you read this you might know who I mean, that we kind of get to know towards the middle coming into the end, but only very, very, very briefly. We might only get a chapter or two with that woman, and I kind of wish we got more with her. I wanted to know more about her and her background. But yeah, I enjoyed this overall. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. I did go into it with low expectations on the basis that it does have religion in it, and I don't tend to read religious books, well, books with religion in them, only on the basis that it doesn't specifically interest me. Similarly with politics, I don't read books with politics in them because it doesn't interest me. So yeah, 4 out of 5 stars. So I think that's 6 books. Is that 6 books, or have I not counted that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, 6. Did I say 5 or 6? I don't know. Whatever. I think I said 5. I've read 6 books this week. And I had a good week. It was a great week. So yeah, really happy. I don't know how this editing is going to go, because I know that I've like recorded something and then re-recorded it, or decided I'm going to delete it and mentioned it somewhere else or whatever. So we'll see how it goes. But this week has just been a lot of unboxings and book hauls and a little bit of reading. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I've had a good week. So I'm gonna go because I need to get ready for my sister to get here, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye for now.